say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Groupers about to kick it away and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of ballers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Groupers offense has the ball for the first time, and they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Leaves it with the running back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Groupers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it in the middle, it's Cuevas. Tackle is made, but how about the toughness with this junior just standing in the fire and delivering the ball? Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Oh, spins away, breaks into the open, and he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
This defense really needs to be careful. They have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Got the first down, looking for more. He's brought down the run of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Miller with the ball. Gordon quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Red Wolves. Offense...
And the ball's out, and they're after it. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. And the groupers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. He'll try to pop the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Caught over the middle, it's Miller. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cuevas. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. He'll do it himself. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll move the tight end. On the ground with the counter. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Kelly. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. They'll go back to the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They punt it away on 4th down. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Dropping back, it's Simpson. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Trying play action. Got a man. It's Horton. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. A 1st down for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The give on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
He'll put toe to leather and get this 2nd half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the 2nd half. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts out front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield. And that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Fires complete on the crosser. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just outside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the ground with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it here on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And the groupers will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes that Alabama offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive, David.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. To the air, it's Simpson. Got a man, it's Williams. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll send the back in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Sheffield.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
All ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
At the 26-yard line. And first down for the offense.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The groupers want to crank the tempo. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Throws into double coverage and it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable.
Turning it on! What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On the option. Now the toss. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Got his man quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. To the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to